I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Deadpool, got a fight and it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM, man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Huddle like, whoa, talking about slippers, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in this pizza, they get fees, I let it bake inside the vault until the cheese is done. Fools are paying me like I don't even go to beach, I'd rather be here on the feet or something. Best believe it's decent, wavy man, I see you chillin' in the deep end. Every week and weekend, see me, you can depend on it, cause I mean it. Coming up, you can even find a way to flood it up. You done enough, 10% stimulate and run it up. Point system looking like a fine where they won't miss a solid contribution. Could've pointed out enough. I met up with Matt, had a really good chat. He's telling me bet up your army does laps. That orbit does this meteor's headed when no one's expecting it. We watching it happen, in a pool of Meteora, watch me swim, swap a bed, I just keep it going. I'm kinda like I'm reading orders. Deadpool, got a fight and it full of high hopes. Look at my flow, DLM, man, keep it liquid, it's never not so. Huddle like, whoa, talking about slippers, bro, I don't even know that hoe. Easy in the pizza, they get fees, I let it bake inside the vault until the cheese is done. Fools paying me like I don't even go to beach, I'd rather be here on the beach.
All right, GMET, everybody. Thank you for tuning in. Hello. We're back with the live streams this week. Last week, in case you didn't know, last week we did the first ever community spaces, and it was a great experience. And at the same time, it also proved my a little thesis that I had that there's actually a lot of value in bringing back the kind of old style two-way conversations, two-way discussions that we all used to have, back then, and where everybody can give a quick update on what they're building, and just share a couple of things on the community side of things, and I'll give an update on that in just a bit. But yeah, this week's call is going to be a big recap. We're going to be recapping a lot of updates on both the DLMM side of things, the product side of things, and also on the expansion of the LP Army. Lots of things happening this week, lots of new initiatives, lots of new folks hopping on board to help out as well. So, in case you missed anything, over the past few days, we're going to get you right up to speed during today's call. So just to quickly cover the agenda for today, we're going to cover a lot of the wins of the week, lots of wins on the timeline, and we might have possibly uncovered print of the year. But more on that in a bit. We're also going to be covering some product updates, and I'll be having, one of our awesome team members coming up on stage just to, share a bit more about some of the latest updates on what's new on the DLMM. And we also have a big recap on the LP Army side of things. So lots of things going on over there. And, without further ado, let's kick things off for today. Right, so with the wins of the week, this week, we're going to be starting super strong. We've heard of a 2x, we've heard of a 10x, but has anyone heard of a close to 30x win on the dynamic AMM V2? That was pretty much what happened this week. Earlier with Hashirama, who is one of the super active LPs on the LP Army server, and I was actually inviting him to come on stage. Oh, and he is up on stage right now. He's with us today. So I'm gonna hop on and bring Hashirama up on stage and just do a quick sound check. How are you, brother?
Hey, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Absolutely, I can hear you loud and clear. Big win that you uncovered this week. Can you just share a bit more about how it happened and what was going through your mind, and how did this happen?
Yeah, so it was during the US hours, and usually I'll have some charts pulled up and I'm already scanning, and I saw this pop up. It launched at 30 million market cap, and so right off the bat, if something launches on that high of a valuation, usually there's something that's going on with it. So I'm assuming that it was a project that had a pre-sale of some sort. And usually things that are hyped and launch at a higher valuation, I was expecting some MEVBOT, but I didn't expect it to go that crazy. So I waited for the dip. So I think it launched at 30 million. and then it zoomed up probably quite a bit, and then I wait for the first retrace, and then I entered dam, and the thing that I wanted to change for that was I tried the quote plus base. So I got a little bit of both the native token and SOL. So I was trying something new, and that worked out really well for this. And then
Yeah.
After that, it jumped almost immediately to 100 million, which is pretty insane.
Incredible stuff. And yeah, I was pretty curious as to the game plan with, typically the normal play would be people would open the pool and have fee collection in just the code token, but you chose to have it both in the code token and the base token as well. So really cool stuff, actually.
Thanks.
Absolutely. And big win on the dynamic AMM v2. And in case you want to learn a bit more about how folks like Hashirama manage to make these kinds of plays, lots of the community are very active on the LP Army server, the LP Army Discord server. So if you want to learn a bit more, you can always ping Hashirama. You can ping anyone else who is active on the server, and I'm sure you guys will be happy to share your knowledge.
Yeah, thanks for having me up. I'm there almost 24/7. So if you have any questions, feel free to drop by the DGen channel and then ask any questions, and we're more happy to help.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for coming on, man, especially at short notice as well.
No problem.
All right. And, this is pretty much what the LP Army is about. LPing together, sharing your knowledge, and pretty much empowering each other to become a better LP. So again, amazing tech in Dynamic AMM v2, and an even better win from Hashirama as well. So big shout out to him for coming on. Right, now in the next print of the week, slightly different print, but this pretty much shows you, the different ways in which you can leverage the DLMM. So our boy Chief here, also another OG Goose, and also active LP, he shared that he opened a bid-ask position on the DLMM with a 2% base fee, and he opened a bid-ask position for about 24 hours, and before he closed in at a pretty nice and chill 17% profit. So again, LPing isn't just about chasing the next 100x or chasing the next big win. In the words of our guy Molu, become a profit maxi. Don't be a max profit maxi. That's what he mentioned. And basically what that means is, LPing is all about volume. It's not just about, being glued to the screen and looking at price charts all day, trying to find the next big play. If you can open a position pretty much anywhere and everywhere. You can open a position when you go to the gym. You can open a position and then go to sleep. And if your strategy plays out well, you will likely print. So, big congrats to Chief on this win, and shout out to him for sharing as well. Yes, we know HMC loves his gym time as well. So, yeah, and speaking of Molu, Molu is also part of this week's print of the week. And in case you didn't know, Molu is he's currently running a 1K to 5K kind of challenge, but only on the DLMM. So as of the latest update, he's hit a really solid 2x on his portfolio with a pretty high win rate of about 82%. So again, just to kind of echo his words of wisdom again, be a profit maxi. Profit is profit. 6 days probably might be a long time in crypto, but if you take it slow and steady, and if you steadily compound and stack up your profits, and if you do that consistently, you will be able to reach multiples on your portfolio, just like Molu has done. So be like Molu, be a profit maxi. Next up, print in any market. So this was shared by our very own Mario. He found a quick play using the Metlex DLMM 100 filter, which is one of the great updates of Metlex.io, and and anybody can check that out at Metlex.io. Really cool feature. He in this case, Mario saw volume and the 30-minute fee per TVL kind of ratio picking up on a pool, which is a pretty good strategy. and he jumped in and he opened a pool, and the fees were insane. And in Mario's words, even when the market is not doing so well, with the right strategy, of course, Meteora will be able to help you print. So great strategy here, and big shout out to Mario for sharing this, and also a big shout out to Alex for pretty much working on Melex.io and also continuing to improve on the platform to help our LPs pretty much improve their LP experience. Now, next up, in today's guide of the week, have you ever been in a situation where you want to open a 20 bin step pool, but the range is not as wide as you like it to be? So this guide by Skol, I'm not gonna butcher his name live on stream, but the guide is live on Twitter. You can feel free to check it out. But it explains in full detail how you can pretty much set up a wider range for your bid ask using either like 2 to 3 different positions on the 20 bin step pool. So lots of alpha there. Go and check it out. And in the next section, we also have art of the week by our very own Heavy Metal Cook. So the DLMM is a great tool for you to provide liquidity and earn some fees from it. But it is also a great tool for you to kind of express your artistic creativity. And HMC is also with us here today, so I'm just going to bring him up on stage and kind of share a bit more about your thought process behind these artistic strategies.
Well, so there's, you can do a lot of different shapes. You can do a lot of different things, mixing strategies. And it was something that I started out with, just playing around with something and saying, well, you know what, I want to curve this here, but you still want the bid ask, and I do that, and then it started making shapes and arts, and that's how it kind of got started. And now sometimes I'm just playing around for fun. I mean, like salami, I needed to make a meat cleaver out of it, so there, part of it I'm just having fun, but there is sometimes I'm thinking about what if we mix this strategy, and let's create the curve ask, and see what happens, right? So that's crazy. And I'm thinking about doing an art class, so if it's something people want, let me know, and we'll try and put it together. It's not an advanced boot camp, it's just art, but
it's just a fun boot camp.
Yeah.
All right, that's amazing, and thank you very much for sharing. All of the different artworks that you have, and also just to quickly reiterate, it's not just about just expressing your artistic creativity. It's also about having different combinations of strategies, like for example the curve ask, for example, or like a combination of spot and bid ask, stuff like that. This also pretty much shows you how dynamic the DLMM can be, right? Like how dynamic can liquidity distribution be? HMC, yes, that's pretty much how he's come up with all these amazing different strategies, and hopefully we see the art boot camp sometime soon. That'll be pretty fun.
Yes,
absolutely. All right, thank you very much for coming on, HMC, and thank you for sharing. I'll probably have you up later on as well, but yeah, thank you. All right. Next up, now we're going to move on to highlight some of the tools that have been building on top of the Meteora product stack. And this is something I'm pretty excited to share about. You can now build your own LP agent using this cool tool by Unify Network. And what this basically means is, it lets you plug in any strategy or any thread or any guide that you see on X. And pretty much in ChatGPT style, you can create a prompt to develop your own LPing agent, and then actually deploy the agent and get it to find new pools for you using that specific strategy that you've kind of inputted in real time. So again, these are all new tools. Please do your own research, practice your own security, all of the disclaimers, but the concept that they're working on with this new tool is, basically to help you develop your own assistant per se. to learn your exact strategy and also to to find new pools for you so that you don't have to do it all by yourself. So really, really cool stuff. And big shout out to the Unify team for cooking something like this up. They've also got a detailed guide on their X, so you can learn how to set it up and check it out on their X and try it out and give them your feedback as well. Now, last but very much not the least, we've got an incredible educational tool called DLMI Farm Bot, which is a purely educational kind of AI agent. And what it does is pretty cool. It allows you to insert a screenshot of a price chart, and then based on whatever pool you're looking at, you can input an image of the chart into the chat. And what it does is it processes the image of the chart and it gives you beginner-friendly DLMM positioning advice. And based on the advice that it sends you, it also sends a list of all of the guides and the threads written by the LP Army on X based on that strategy. So, the purpose of this is basically to kind of share based on the price action, what are some of the common strategies that most folks in the LP Army would do based on the price action, and what they would basically be writing about. So really, really cool tool for onboarding new LPs, and shout out to Advon as well for working on this. So if you know anyone who's fairly new to LPing or could use some advice on what strategies there are based on the price action, this might be actually a very valuable resource. So the link to the tool is on the X link over here. So go and check it out. All right, now that's all for the wins of the week. And in this next section, we're going to be diving deeper into kind of some of the key product updates that we've shipped for the week. And I am also going to be bringing up one of the awesome team members, Elise, who is here with us on stage. Elise, how are you, brother?
Hey, what's up, man? Thanks a lot for having me on. Hey, what's up, everyone? Elise is here. Super stoked to be up here on stage. So some of you already know me from Discord, but for everyone new, I work on all things product at Meteora, which mostly means I get to talk to you guys about how we can make Meteora better with your help. So we've got a few juicy updates to catch up on today. But before we dive into that, just want to set the stage a bit. So right now we're shifting gears. So we've been heads down beating the Launchpad game and focusing on DBC. But DLM has always been a core pillar of Meteora. It's our foundation, right? So right now we're coming back to it with like some solid updates. Can you please hop to the next slide? All right.
Absolutely.
All right. So when it comes to DLM updates, we've listened to you guys and we've delivered. So right now, everything is back in one column. So we brought liquidity and position back into a single view. So right now, you don't really have to bounce around anymore. It's all stacked together just the way how it should be. Also, it's like less visually cluttered. So remember when we rolled out V2, we had this like one side-by-side split. Now it's gone. So the new layout is like way cleaner and easier for your eyes. And it also feels more natural to use. Because this is why we ended up going back to this top-down structure so that you just scroll and everything flows in the right order. And also right now, editing positions is way smoother. So like everything is centered and key info is right where your eyes already go. So there is no more like looking left and right, trying to find things. And it's also made for big screens. If you point out that you've got huge monitors, so you don't really need to scan across whole monitor anymore. And managing positions now feels easy and focused. And also pull pages are all in one right now. So you can actually manage your positions directly from the pull page. Can you please go back to the next slide?
Next slide coming up.
All right. Yeah, as already pointed out, managing positions is way easier. So you really need to click into your every single position to place in order. So it's much easier. And also there's like no more digging, no hidden menus, so you can just like do everything right there in one place. So it feels more easy and focused. Can you please go back to the next one? All right, so next up we've got the trading and community tools. So before that, if you remember, tools were kind of hidden in the bottom right, and after your feedback, we actually ended up grouping them closer to pull details. So it actually feels like a part of experience, not something you have to hunt down.
Yep.
Yeah, I think this is great, and without you guys, it wouldn't be possible. So really appreciate you all sharing thoughts and feedback on Discord. So like for everyone who's not on super active on Discord, feel free to hop on LP Army server. There is like plenty of just juicy stuff going on, and yeah, you always welcome to share your thoughts and like complaints, because this is how we step up the game.
Absolutely.
Okay, next up you've got withdraw and close. So in the old version, if you remember, you had to go into a separate withdraw tab, so like lots of clicks. Right now everything is in one position, so just one click and you're done. No scrolling, no extra steps, just tap and it's out. All right. Yeah, I like this guy who just pointed out he'll start using V2. Yeah, this is what
Absolutely.
was here for. So yeah. All right. So next one, we've got quick actions from the portfolio. So now you can add liquidity, withdraw, and like claim fees directly from your portfolio. So you don't really need to click into the actual pull page. So like no more bouncing between pages, and just like smooth and ready to go when you are.
Absolutely. Right. And this is a feature that I use pretty often as well, just to claim fees directly from the portfolio. So great work. Appreciate that a lot, Elise.
Thanks a lot. Can you please go back to the next one? All right. So next up, we've got liquidity chart, which is more powerful and less work. So right now you can see how your liquidity is spread without actually having to open a new position. If you remember previously, you had to open a new position to be able to see the liquidity chart. Right now, you can see it all the time. It's on the pull page. And also you can zoom in and zoom out. It actually helps if you want to fine tune your strategy before you ape in, so you've got the control. And again, no tab hopping, everything is visible at a glance. So yeah, just a quick recap. We're bringing together the best parts of both UIs, the one that we had before and the new stuff that we're cooking up. And if you're active on Discord or just getting into it, again, come hang out in the LP Army server. It's so much fun. And again, if you got thoughts or feedback, we're all ears all the time. And one last thing before I wrap, huge shout out to my guy Meteora, who's been absolutely crushing it with the community calls, empowering the community, and keeping the vibes high. Everyone drop your W in the chat as a thank you. So
wow, wow, that's incredible.
It's blessed to have you on.
It's such a pleasure. It's such a pleasure to have you on as well. And thank you for the kind words, man.
Yeah.
You should say that more in like the team stand-ups, you know what I mean? But it's fine. All right. Thank you very much, Elise, for coming on. And lots and lots of different updates that we see on the DLMM, especially in V2 UI. So go and check it out. And if you have any updates, if you have any feedback, and if you have any any other suggestions that you have, please don't send them to me. Send them to Elise. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And yeah, it's a pleasure to have you on, Elise.
Thanks, man.
Thank you for coming on. All right, big updates, especially on the DLMM side of things. So please go and try it out. And now in the last section, we're going to do a recap of a big week in the LP Army. So lots of new initiatives, lots of folks stepping up to help out in the LP Army, and also kind of in our journey to grow the LP Army into like a global community. We're going to cover all of what's happened over the last few days. So first up, I think we are well positioned to become to create quite the biggest content machine in Meteora and in the LP Army. So this week we introduced 4 new creators as a part of the content machine, and these are 4 powerhouses that have been consistently creating threads, videos, and guides on how to navigate the fairly complex world of LPing. So we've got Molu in the house. Molu is pretty much like the star of this call. He's like everywhere in every slide. But we've got Molu. He's creating lots of content, on not just his LPing journey, but educational guides as well on the different components of the Meteora product stack. And things like the DLMM, the DBC, Dynamic AMM V2, he's covered all of it. So we've also got Lemio, who has been curating a lot of the latest updates of the LP Army into these like digestible, easy to read weekly digests. And if you think you're missing out on lots of the LP Army activity, give him a follow as well. Really, really cool stuff that he's writing. We also have Pierre Gasfees, who has been shipping a lot of incredible short form videos and teaching you some of the key LPing concepts in a very digestible format as well. So it's a bit like watching a TikTok video. Really, really cool stuff from Pierre. And lastly, one of our OG members, the OG members of the Goose DAO as well, OG members of the LP Army. We've got Tux in the building, who has been shipping a lot of detailed analysis on the different tools in the LP Army and how, through his own usage of the tools, whether the tools have helped him or not, whether they might be able to help you as well in your LPing journey. So lots and lots of incredible content coming up in the LP Army. Give these folks a follow, and I'm super excited to see more alpha from the content machine. Again, just to quickly reiterate, there is no cabal. Anybody at all can grow the LP Army, right? And anyone can help out, and anybody can, if you are creating content, anything at all around LPing, reach out to me and we'll see how we can work closer together to ship even more quality stuff for the LP Army, be it on Twitter, be it on YouTube, or any social platform at all. Everybody is welcome. And with that, I'm also super excited to announce that we have a new member and a new lead of the Meteora Rising Incubator. We've got Otto in the building, and you might have already known him. He's an OG user or OG member of the LP Army, and also an OG bootcamp instructor as well. And he's also with us here on today's call. Otto, how are you?
Good, thanks, Mir. Happy to be
Pleasure
here.
having you on.
Yeah, so I'm really happy to be taking on this role. The person who initiated it was Geeklad. He is deep in the open source community in Web3, started with Ethereum and now Solana, and has been with Meteora since the launch of the DLMM. So props to Geeklad. He'll still be a presence, but has to take a step back for now. So I'm going to be providing feedback and providing new tools or publicizing new tools for the LP Army in the weeks and months to come, along with Tux and Foxtrot, who are helping me do the reviews. And I've had a few back and forth with them, and they're still enjoying being part of this and providing feedback. Although I think Tux is also helping directly with a number of other areas of Meteor, so I have to fight for his time these days.
Yeah, kind of.
And just so people know, the Rising Incubator is a way for anyone who wants to, any devs who want to build tools that help the LP Army or might actually turn into self-sustaining tools on their own, to get more publicity, to get feedback, and to help people print. The demos that we've done publicly so far that have made it through the incubator are Starseed, Meteor AI, Cleopatra, and Ultra LP. And you may remember some of those demos. They're usually done outside of the normal community hours, community calls, but I think they've been helpful. And the main thing that what we've found is one of the main things that devs want to do when they're building these tools is to make sure they get used, and to have users and to get feedback and see that their stuff's being is helpful. And I think obviously the two legendary tools that are already in widespread use are Alex's MetLex tool set. It's kind of more of a suite these days, and then the DLMM pool search from Dclad that pops things up. And there's a number of other ones, but I didn't mention those specifically. Yeah. Did you put a slide up for Liquid Nova, Mir?
I did. I think it was not during this community call, but one of the past community calls. A fairly
Okay, so
new,
there's
a fairly new tool as
yeah.
well.
Should I mention that now?
Why not? Why not?
Okay, great. There's a demo this Sunday for our next public demo coming through the incubator for Liquid Nova, which is an automated liquidity manager. And he's come up, the dev there has come up with some really interesting ways to manage your positions and to generate positions and have them managed. It'll be Sunday at 4 p.m. UTC, noon Eastern. So we'll post something in the Discord about where and when to find that. But Geeklad's going to do that demo with the Liquid Nova folks for his last sort of encore presentation.
Absolutely. Big shout out to Geeklat as well for setting up an incredible foundation for the Meteora Rising Incubator. But pretty much what you've mentioned is it hits the nail on the head. The Meteora Rising Incubator is kind of this initiative for the LP Army to kind of empower and set up a very strong feedback loop for all of the tools, all of the teams that are building on top of the Meteora product stack, like the ones you mentioned, like Cleopatra, like Ultra LP, so on and so forth. And yeah, super excited to hear about, to see more details on the upcoming session with Liquid Nova. And I think we're probably going to have a couple announcements on Discord, on X. So be sure to check that out. And yeah, it's going to be very fun to have you on board, Otto.
Thank you. Yeah, let's make it better and stronger.
Absolutely. And if you are building a tool for the LP Army, if you're building anything at all on top of the Meteora product stack, feel free to drop Otto a DM. And we're going to be ramping up a lot of our support for builders and a lot of new tools. And we have some shipments in the pipeline that I would yet to announce, but lots of exciting stuff coming very soon. So thank you very much for coming on, Otto. It's a pleasure. And also, just to answer this question real quick, where is a list of all of these tools? I'm going to share more updates on that in just a bit, but I do understand this is a very valid point. A lot of these tools are, almost on a daily basis, no, maybe on a weekly basis. A lot of these new tools are popping up. A lot of new builders are joining the builder ecosystem for Meteora, and it's becoming harder to find. But we are working on some stuff just to kind of make sure that all of these tools and all of the educational resources as well are more accessible to all of the users on the LP Army. So more on that in just a bit. And moving on to the next section, in terms of global acceleration, I'm very, very excited to kind of give a highlight on welcoming 3 new regional communities. The first of which being Meteora Malaysia, which is led by 24. I think you've seen him a couple of times in the LP Army X. He's helped to set up Meteora Malaysia, and very recently they've actually concluded a sharing session, an in real life kind of crash course or boot camp in partnership with Pudgy Malaysia and also Super Team Malaysia. So big shout out. You can see 24 kind of sharing his experiences and also teaching people how to use the DLMM. And also, just the great community that he's building on the Malaysia side of things. So big shout out to 24. And in the next section, we also have Meteora China, the Chinese community that is being led by Jason, who is also one of the moderators for the LP Army, one of the moderators for Meteora as well. And just to quickly recap, they also did a recent Chinese boot camp last weekend. So if you're a part of the Chinese community and you like to learn more about LPing, you like to kind of have a quick recap or learn more about how to LP, check out the Chinese Bootcamp. Big shout out to Richard King, who was also kind of helping to set things up, and also some of the other folks and the instructors in the Chinese community as well. So big shout out to the Chinese community. Absolutely, the LP Army global kind of movement is growing really fast. And with that, I also want to announce the next regional community, Meteora UK, that is led by BBJ. And they are also going to be announcing an upcoming spaces, and they're going to be featuring a couple of builders and a couple of folks from the LP Army as well. So be sure to check that out and reach out to the folks if you are a part of the UK community as well. With that, the global LP Army community was pioneered by these two regional communities as well. The folks from the incredible folks from the Turkish community, Meteora, as well as the folks from Meteora, Nigeria. So a big shout out to these two communities as well for kind of pioneering the effort and also setting the stage for the global acceleration of the LP Army. So I'm going to be working very closely with a lot of these folks to kind of accelerate the global expansion of the LP Army and follow a lot of the successful playbooks that we see on Solana. Things like the Jupiter community, like the super team community. It would be super amazing if we had our own kind of global LP Army community as well. And that's all in the effort of expanding and accelerating the global onboarding of new LPs into Meteora. So big shout out to all of these global folks that are helping out, and big shout out to the Soul Chief and to Craigo as well, who are leading the efforts in Meteora Niger, and the folks like Kellebec and Phobos, Snoop, Wind of Blade, and the rest of the folks from the Metric DAO. In the next section as well, we are also going to be talking about a quick recap on what we did last week, which is the first ever community spaces. So, I had folks like Mythical Potato, folks like Tone DeFi, like Diago from the French community, who stepped up and it was such an amazing experience to have all of the folks from the community kind of share their experiences, and it was such an amazing call as Alex mentioned. We had people not only sharing what they've built, not only the content that they've created, but also kind of people sharing their journey as well, and how you can potentially inspire the next wave of LPs. And it was such an amazing experience that I am going to be running a new experiment. So we're going to be bringing back the weekly town halls that we used to have back then as well. We're going to experiment with spaces on the LP Army X. And we're going to be hosting these weekly spaces on Monday, every Monday at 1:30 p.m. UTC. So these community calls are held at 2:30 p.m. UTC. And, it's going to be 1 hour earlier. So wherever your time zone is, you can make the calculations there. But bear in mind, this is going to be an experimental process. Do we need a weekly town hall every week? Do we need it like bi-weekly? Is it best to have it on Monday or on a different day? Is it best to have it as a spaces or just on the Discord server? These are all things that we will kind of revisit in the next few weeks, and we'll see kind of what the best arrangement will be. But this will be super useful in case anybody is building on top of Meteora or anybody is creating content. This is where I'll just be hosting a quick casual chat, and in case you want to bring anything up, any feedback or any concerns that you have, this is going to be the perfect space for you. So we're going to try it out and revisit it in about 2 weeks or so, and we'll see how it goes. This is how we do it in the LP Army. We experiment, we fuck around, and we find out. So very excited to kickstart this process, and we'll see how it goes from there. Good point from the Starseed folks. The spaces will actually be a good place to host this, so that we can have a slightly bigger reach and have more users coming on board to the LP Army as well. And now, to quickly bring back one of the questions that one of the folks had, on being able to find new strategies, being able to find new resources. We have a number of incoming shipments on the way for the LP Army. We're going to be kind of redesigning. I know there has been some reiteration, a few rounds of reiteration for the LP Army website, but we're getting closer to kind of the ideal design and the ideal layout of, making sure that we have all of the resources being as accessible as possible to all of the users. So we're going to have a strategy library. We're going to be working on a beginner's guide as well. Big shout out to Alex and big shout out to Naoji as well, who is working very closely with me to kind of bring these shipments to life. And super, super exciting stuff coming up over the next few weeks. And I hope I will not be too much of a blocker for this, but lots of stuff coming very soon to the lparmy.com website. Just to kind of reiterate again, the focus of lparmy.com is to make sure that we simplify the onboarding process for new LPs and make sure that everything is kind of easy to access via just one central hub or one central platform. And, to make sure that when all of the resources are there, when we move to the next stage of expansion, which is like global distribution, which we are already starting on, it'll be much easier to have all of the resources in one place, and then all of the regional communities will then be able to kind of convert it into local material for all of the users that they want to onboard. So lots of stuff coming very soon for that as well, and we're very excited to see how it plays out. And in case anybody wants to help grow the LP Army, please reach out to me, drop me a DM, and I'll see how I can support you in any of the initiatives that you have in mind. I've actually been spending quite a lot of my time over the last week on like one-to-one conversations with people. And I have to say, the ideas that everyone has, the energy that everyone will bring to the table is electric. And we have a huge opportunity here to kind of grow the LP Army into something that is global, something that is like incredibly big for all of us. So if you have any ideas at all, just reach out to me. I will make sure that I try to respond as fast as possible, but no promises there. Yeah. With that, we have come to the end of this week's session. And I just want to quickly bring up a comic made by our very own Mikas. This is something that I'm manifesting for everyone in the LP Army. Everyone has a huge, beautiful house, huge, beautiful family, all supported and paid for by LPing full time. And as you can see, Mikas has also drawn in the incredible foundational anti-sniper suite that is integrated into the Meteora product stack. Very strong anti-sniper suite right there. And with that, I also want to bring a Heavy Metal Cook up on stage just to share a couple things.
Hey, how's it going, guys? So let's see, where do we start? Want to make one announcement. Our newest member of the LP Army, an honor which moderators we pick just the best of the best people who are making great contributions to the LP Army, whether it's tools, content, great calls. So happy to announce Hashirama has been granted the role of LP Army in the Meteora Discord, and you should be able to check roles on the LP Army Discord to add that. So we welcome you. We thank you for your great DJing calls, the content, just being there all day, every day, helping people out. It's amazing. Keep going, keep growing. Thank you so much. So welcome, brother.
Big congratulations to Ashirama.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I'll just remind everybody, we had our Chinese boot camp last weekend, as well as English boot camp number 16. There's still time to complete the tasks. There you have until 5 p.m. UTC to watch the videos and submit. They're recorded on YouTube and X. go find in the Discord. We've got links, so do that. We are working on a beginner's boot camp that people will be able to take at any time. Mir mentioned some of this. Working on something, it's coming. And finally, something that I want to ask people to do. I put on the LP Army Discord in boot camp announcements. I created a poll. What advanced boot camp topic do you want to see next? So I'll leave that open for about a week. Go out there, vote, add comments, tag me in them. Let me know what you think, because we want to bring the education that you want to see to the LP Army. So that is out there, and that's all I had, I think.
Amazing stuff. I think you had something new for like, oh, maybe we're just gonna keep it for next time then. But anyways, thank you very much for tuning in to this week, and I'll see you.
Oh, I do have one more thing. Sorry.
Oh, okay.
All right. So when we close, I've got, I redid the video for the LP Army boot camp song. So new video, song is still the same, but new video. Hopefully it looks better. And yeah, that's it.
Really cool stuff. Looking forward to see it. And again, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, the weekly town hall, we're gonna kickstart the new town hall. I'm gonna make a few announcements again, and we'll see how it goes. We'll kickstart the first session next Monday at 1:30 p.m. UTC. And whoever wants to share a bit of feedback, any suggestions that you have, feel free to come on, and I'll have a chat with you. And if not, thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.
It's time to log in. LP Army will teach you the way to be LP warrior starting this day. We live for the beats we make. Soon it is profits that you will take. The LP Army marches strong. The best in soul, and now we sing our song. We live for the beats we make. Soon it is profits that you will take. The LP Army marches strong. The best in soul, and now we sing our song. We are LP Army, rise to the sky. Dynamic is our battle cry. LP warriors will never die. Their own home we will fly. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Spot, could ask, use them all. Winning's the task, we heed the call. You can join our ranks so tight. Listen to the Goose Gang and gain your might. We will print and we will earn. Points to gain as tokens burn. And join the ranks of the brave and bold. Story of the LP Army told. We are LP Army, rise to the sky. Dynamic feeds our battle cry. LP warriors will never die. Their own home we will fly. Rise, new soldiers, rise. Rise. Take the course and earn your role. March with us and earn some soul. Dodge the rug and join the fight. We gain together LP Army might. Make your position and join the pool. Post your wings with Alex's tool. LP Army, we fight to win. Your journey is a